go. Hello everybody, I am back. And while you're all jumping back on, I am going to do some braiding real fast. I got 3 pieces of green and I'm just going to braid it the best I can. And it doesn't have to be a perfect braid. And you'll see why in just a little bit. We're going to do some macrame. And braiding is part of macrame, guys. Did you know that? A lot of people don't. They think a braid's a braid. But it's actually a form of macrame. And you do a lot of it in macrame. I haven't done a lot of macrame with you guys. Just because I think lots of people well, it's like watching paint dry. I guess. So I'm just going to macrame this all the way down in a beautiful braid, just a regular braid. I have my phone here and I can't see it. I decided I didn't want to paint tonight. And I'm doing about 20 inches or so, give or take. Hello, Trisha Ann. Thank you for coming back on. I appreciate it. And for sprinkling me out there earlier. Whoops, sorry. Did you hear that gong? That was my hand. So I tied a knot and I am braiding or macrame braiding my green yarn. And we're going to make a feather. I haven't done this in years, guys. And I saw it. I actually bought a pack for my granddaughter to do. And I bought 2. I thought, well, maybe we could do that together, right? Thank you. And for sprinkling. And so I opened it up. And it had the most ugliest color. And it wasn't yarn. It was, I guess, a cording. I'll show you in just a sec. I'm almost done. I got about 6 inches here. It was more of a cording type of a thread. And I just didn't like it. It's pink, but it's not a pretty pink. I guess it's not the color I would have chose for a feather. And I had this green, excuse me, this green that was all tied up in a knot. And I only needed, well, probably about 50 pieces of string cut into 6-inch length and then 3 at about 20 inches roughly. And it's still in a knot down here on the ground. But I thought maybe you guys would like to see something different, right? I do a lot of different things, guys. I don't have just a one item. I like to do things. I like to keep my mind educated, and I also like to keep your guys' minds open to doing things that are different. Now, I know that doesn't mean you're going to like what I do every time. I don't, I don't want to have you think that I do things just that you have to like them. No, I want you to be real with me. Okay, we're almost down to the bottom here. We actually don't have to go all the way to the bottom. We can probably just stop right there. Let's just tie a knot. trim these off. There we go. This is my weight. Well, we'll probably use that. Okay. So I have, well, probably not 20 inches. I have, well, probably, let's see, 12 and 4, 16. That's all right. That will work. All right, so let me show you what this package, it comes in a little box like this. It's called Craft It Up. It's supposed to make 2 feathers, like so. And I thought, oh, gee, that's actually kind of pretty. And this was the string. It's not even pretty cording. And so I probably won't be using mine, but I'll give it to my granddaughter. If I can sneak that in. Yeah, they got it all sealed up. And it comes with the instructions. The instructions are very, very clear. It comes like this, and the child has to cut it. And, you know, and then it shows you how to do it. And it's very clear. Nothing wrong with the directions. But, so we're going to just give it a shot. So I'm taking my 2, I'm using the yarn. And I'm going to leave this as my tip end. This is going to be where it ends together. I'm going to just simply tie a knot right here so it has a loop like so. And they're fairly close at the bottom. And I pre-cut my yarn into 6 inches because that's what it said. 6 inches. So you fold it, you make a knot, and you have your 2 strings. Now I like to use a piece of tape. I have one size fits all. And I'm going to tape that top part down. That's what I like to do. Now let me tip you down so you can see. Okay, so I taped it down right here. This is where I'm going. You take your yarn, fold it in half, put it under both of them, and you just slide those 2 through in a loop, and then you pull it tight. Slide it up, just like so, right? Now this one is going to go the other way. So you're going to match them together. Pull it through, slide it up. Don't pull it tight until you got it up at the top. Now we're going to be trimming it afterwards, so we don't have to sew so much worry. Now I think I'm going to tape this end just to keep, so I can just kind of like lift it. And I'm going to unplug my hot glue gun. There we go. So you keep doing that, left and right, right and left, all the way down. So let's just do that and chit chat. Hey, hey, Yvette. Now macrame is kind of fun, guys. It's different. It's time consuming, but yet beautiful all at the same time. I did that one the wrong direction, just sorry. I want it to go that way. Oops, don't think I have it straight. There we go. We're going to trim it so we don't have to really worry about it being perfect straight. And you just keep going. Scoot it up nice and tight. Left side to the right side to the left side. It shouldn't take too long, I wouldn't think. Now, she might take a while to make because she's never done it. I've macrameed lots of things. My sister's awesome at macrame. I'm surprised she hasn't done more. She's really good at it. She'd make wall decors. I mean, the whole wall. It was gorgeous. My mom had one for the longest time that my sister made, and oh gosh, it was so beautiful. And then she quit making them, and I was so sad. I never got one. I only got to enjoy my mom's. This one I don't have very centered. See if I can. There we go. You just keep pushing them up till they're nice and tight up here. So it's just basically a fish hook. To make sure I go the right directions. I don't think it really matters if you make one a mistake that you go the other direction. I don't think it's gonna wreck it. Let's see. Do it that way. See, I get messed up, so maybe it is for 8-year-olds. My granddaughter's 6, so I'm sure Mom will have to help her. Mom might even enjoy doing it. Even Dad. Maybe. Those two aren't going to stay together for me. Anyone else ever macrame? Now the directions did not say to braid these. That's something I just do. I like the heaviness. Silicone is making that pop off. You're getting a very nice line right down the center. You're watching so closely. So this one is going this way. And I'm just going to go right down to the bottom of the knot. Make a nice big green feather, and then I have my slicker brush, and we're gonna brush it out, make it fuzzy, like a feather. They don't do that on here. They leave it just as it is. That way. We're not. We're gonna brush it out. Might be cute on some plants and stuff, or just lighting those up, making sure it's nice and snug up here. There's always one that's not. Little macrame or a crochet hook might be nice for you if you have arthritis type of hands. But if you take your time, it shouldn't bother you. Should put them down here. Yvette, have you ever done macrame? This is beginner's macrame. Maybe I should get my sister over here. I wonder if she would do that with me. Help me make a macrame. I'm not kidding. She would make a 12-foot wall look just absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to see if I can get some old family pictures and show you guys. I'll have to ask her first, of course, but I'm sure she wouldn't care. But you get how I'm doing it, just going all the way down to the very end of the knots. This is not a difficult craft. It's just a matter of staying a little organized. Good mind control and beauty at the same time. It's cool. Now friends, please sprinkle me out to your family and friends. That is how we grow. And if you are a crafter and you want to give yourself a little shout out here, put your site down and your name. And friends, I'd like you to go to their site and like and follow them, because that's how we grow, guys. That is so important. Let's see, did I do that the right direction? Yes. Thought I screwed up. I did screw up. This one's going to come this way. We'll do another one in between. I did screw up. Did you see that? Kathleen screwed up. That's a hoot. Do it the same way again. Screw it up, screw this one up, pull it tight. Now you probably wouldn't even notice I screwed up there, but I did, so I fixed it. And friends, by putting your sight here of what you like to do, gives other people opportunity to learn some different skills. I don't do everything. I have some people that can really paint. I love them. I love painting, guys. I'm not fantastic at it. I have fun with it. Now we're almost down to this knot. And I'm going to tie those two knots together right now. There we go. See, we don't have much left. We only have like 2 inches. We want to go this way. I did it backwards. Goodness sakes. There we go. This one's already right. So I'm making like a caterpillar here. It's kind of remind me of a centipede. It was easier to do with the tape down. And you use about 40 of these guys, roughly. You might use more depending on how tight you push this. For some reason I keep screwing up on that one. I like to go this direction, I guess. This is probably like, for you guys, probably watching somebody paint. And that's why a lot of people don't do macrame online, probably, because it takes time. And everything takes time. I did it my way. Oh, goodness. There we go. And take this one and slide it up. If it just stayed laying down, it'd be best. Now my thoughts with this, friends, is I would probably start like at 3 inches, or maybe an inch, 2 inches, 3 inches, 2 inches, 1 inch. But I'm following the directions of this, so I'm not going to change it, but that's what I would change if I was to make a lot of these. For it's already cut for you when you're finished. One inch to go. And I think 6 years old should be able to do this. I think 90-year-olds should be able to do this. Good fine motor's fine, you know? Oops, got that one way off just a minute. Other way. Is the paint dry yet? Just a little left here, guys. And the ends are hard. But as you can see, it's nicely braided here. And those braids gave it a nice good stem. We have about 3 left here. Before that big knot. Have you noticed how quiet my fan is, guys? Isn't that nice? My dang heater was going out. That's why that fan was so loud. And wouldn't shut off. This week, guys, it's going to be 40 degrees tomorrow. Well, I don't know about tomorrow, but I guess I had 5. But they're talking up close to 40 this week. Either tomorrow or the next day. I can't remember. I think tomorrow's supposed to be like in the 30s. And it's almost 60 degrees warm. Man, I might have to just wear my vest to work. Now I'm just doing this very last one here. Can you see that? So it looks like so. And I cut extra just in case they were around. So now, you make sure it's all flat. This is where I'm going to cut from, and I'm going to cut it neatly, I hope. I'm just taking off the bulky stuff. Again, I'm matching it up to the top of the end that I have here. Toss those little things away. Now this is what it looks like. So this is what they're saying that it would look like. It's fine, it's dandy, but we're going to brush it out. I want it to be more feathery. Now you can sit and untwist them if you like, but a slicker brush will work the same. If you have a dog brush, that is the same thing as a slicker brush. So now I'm going to flip it over, and now I'm going to do this same side. You already have it loose, so it shouldn't take too long, and you want to just brush the yarn. Very, very pretty. And this is what takes time. Let me clean out my brush. Just taking out the bulky. I used to have a rake. What do I do with my little rake? That should be interesting to find. zip ties. Thought I had my rake here the other day. Maybe I didn't. Might be upstairs with my other stuff that I used. I know I had my rake, just a minute. There's my knife. You can use a butter knife as well if you don't have a brush. This is similar to a butter knife. It's a stripper knife. This takes out those little extra heavier strings, knots. And then of course you're going to retrim that edge. When you're done. It has a big knot right here. Okay, so this is the bottom. This is the top. Now we're going to just trim that off. All those little extra knots, and see how fluffy it is compared to the other side. Now this still could use some brush in there, but you gotta be careful if you don't pull all the nap out of it. Those little knots off. If they're at the tip, you can cut them off. Getting off those little extra knots. Now let's just touch up this side, and then we'll start the other side. Good size knot right there. So you have nice fuzzy feather. Now we're going to do this side. Don't worry, your doggy is not going to mind you using the brush as long as it doesn't touch him or her. Just keep that in mind when you go to pull out that brush and your dog or cat goes hiding underneath the couch or runs into the bed and hides under the pillow. They'll come out once they start seeing that you didn't brush them. FYI, okay? That's a FYI. Now I'm going to do this side. Again, I'm holding right at that caterpillar seam. It takes a bit to get it started. Now this brush has not touched any animal, this particular brush, but I got about 40 of them upstairs that I've used on different animals. A groomer usually has thousands of tools for brushing and dematting. If you don't have one and you want one, you can get them at the dollar store. $1.25, you can get the same one that I paid $45 for. And they last a long time. I'm going to flip over and then do this side. Alright, let's trim that back. Gotta somewhat make it into that feather look. Now the directions do not say to do this. This is just my own add-on little thing. I want a feathered looking thing. I want it to look like a feather. Whoops. Makes my nose itch. Alright, so now turn that off again. There's some areas that don't want to de-shed, so I'm going to see if I can just force it off. This one here don't want to, like, this one hasn't even started, so you can pull them apart. If they don't want to come apart with your brush or comb or whatever you like to use. You want it fuzzy, or I do anyway. I'm just gonna I'm doing the center now. Give it a shake. See how nice and fuzzy that is? Trisha, you like it? Still has some mats in it. Look at all that comes out. Now it's working. See how nice and fluffy this is getting? And the fluffier it gets, the harder it is to cut. FYI on that one, guys. That's true with even cutting dog hair. The fluffier the dog gets, the harder your scissors have to work to cut the fineness. Now I'm going to brush the back side of it again, all down, just to get it nice and fluffy, right at the peak. And there you go. You have a pretty, now we got to shape it up a little bit. Oops, made a mess. Lay flat. Feather little macrame. Now you can trim that more if you like, but look how pretty that is. I think it's pretty. Now I'm going to shape this up just a little bit more. For my curves, I might like to cut this better. Oh, yeah, there we go. I feel someone's giggling at this. So here is a feather. Now I'll show you. Just this is what I took out from this. That's what feathering does. When you fluff it out like that, this is what I took out. This is what I could remake this into yarn if I wanted. I could snaggle it into a nice yarn. Most likely it will go into my fill box. And this is quite fluffy. Still. But there you go. This macrame feather turned out absolutely beautiful. Well, thank you, Wayne. This is how I make mine. Now, the one that I followed for this is not, it's just cut that way. And that's the difference. This is yarn, and this is cording. This is not very pretty, fluffed out. I'll show you. Save this for stuffing. I'm just going to cut off a piece here. She won't know that's gone. And I'm going to tie a knot here. And I'm going to brush this little bit out. And you will see that you won't have much in fuzz. In fact, my brush won't even hardly grab it. I'll have to start with a knife. And it doesn't even, you would have to separate it. This is not going to fuzz on you. You can untwang it. If you have that kind of patience, bless your heart. I don't. I have patience for yarn. But to sit and do this, I don't have that kind of patience. And none of this string is going to fluff out like yarn. You can, as you see, you can separate it, but it's not going to be ever beautiful like a fluffy, you know, you have to know what style you're going for. I got it started, so let's see how far I can get it. Kind of have to twist, turn, and separate at the same time. But it'll never be fluffy. It'll be looking stringy, as you can see. And that's the difference between cording and yarn. And it tangles up. But macrame feathers are really fun. And I was so happy to see it when I got it, but I'll be making mine like this. She can do hers with this, and that way she can learn to macrame a little bit. She might like it. But it's very hard to detangle. And this is why I don't have patience. Wayne, I'm glad to see that you're here. Merry Christmas, and I hope to see you for the New Year. We had a quiet Christmas ourselves, my brother and I. I'm just trying to unroll it here. It doesn't want to slide. But as you can see, it's not going to at all be fuzzy. It's just going to be string, no matter how you do it. And I see it has a little breakage here. Do you see that? that out. But anyway, this is garbage, but it will be just as pretty with this for a young child. This is adult child. Super pretty. This could be worked a little bit more. As you can see in the middle of the feather, it's not quite to the center as it is on this side. It's closer to the center. This side could be worked a little bit closer, you know. If I had my little rake, you would be able to see it, the difference, what a rake does. This is a brush. A brush and a rake are two different things. But I don't use my rakes on crafts. I don't have any rakes available, I should say, for crafting. I don't know why. Probably because I don't use it as much. Now I'm just going to trim this off. I'm going to use my curves. If you don't have curved scissors, guys, I just don't know how you're going to work. And then just trimming off that little extra fuzz. But super cool, right? Super pretty. You can sew it onto a shirt. Maybe a shirt that you wouldn't be washing a lot of. I'd say more vest style. You could add a flower to it. Let's just give you some ideas here. Of course, you're going to pluck out the back of it, like so. Just go, let me get my thumb in there. Just go right through the back there. These are just ideas now. Hopefully this will stay. Let's see, adding a little pick on the back that is pretty well stuck. It's an idea. You can use different kind of flowers and whatever. It's super fun. Adorable. So, there you go, friends. I hope you like it. Like I said, this is just kind of using what they're selling, and I used my own material, and I think it came out more beautiful. And a cute little flower on there is cute. And you could put this on a plaque. Well, let's just say this was a canvas, and you put it on and then added some flowers down at the bottom, or maybe you want it to go upward. I mean, there's lots you can do to this. If you make a macrame, this would be maybe a cute little macrame in the middle of it. I could do that. Do I have a, well, well, this has a few extra sayings on it, but just showing you, just adding some funness to there. Never mind my drawings. Let's see. Depending on how you want to put it, you know, you can put it up here. You could put it, and it's flexible, guys. So you know you can curve it. Oops, sorry, went too low there. The board's bigger than me. My body's not very big, but you know, just giving you ideas. What do I have on this side? Oh, this says Luke 1:37. let's see. If I could have made this into a cross and made this come out this way. That would have been super cool. Fun ideas, guys. Just horsing around here now. What else do I got? I picked this up the other day. It's a nice little chalkboard. And what did I pay? I paid $5 for this thing. It's a chalkboard on one side and a latte on the other. It's an easel. But you could, you know, if you're doing a craft show or something, you can put feathers, $10 or whatever, you know, just ideas for you. Sweet Leaves latte. I can't even remember the last latte I had. I made a decision not to go and buy any of those. They were costing me way too much money, and now they've even raised the price up here, so they lost my business. I gotta cut this little extra hair off here. I don't like how that's hugging the does make you itch though. But anyway, you get the idea. Super cute. Fun, different. And I haven't seen anybody do that either lately. Or actually at all. And here's my little hook. I looked all over for it. You can crochet it. Oh, my birdie just fell off my clock. I have to fix my clock. Well, this doesn't even want to work now. Alright guys, so that's all I have for you. I can go on all night. I'm not a bit tired. I came home and crashed right away, and I'm going to save this for stuffing. This is stuffing, guys. Look, I could stuff a small little ball. It's always fun. Anyway, you all have a great night. I will see you tomorrow for sure. I hope you had fun with the two crafts. I got my spackling up back there on the wall. It's looking amazing. Right by my snowman there, right over here. And I'll show you that one more time. Or if you hadn't seen it yet. I'll put my box back here. This is the spackling that we did yesterday and finished it off today with the blossoms and touch-ups. Super cute. Stay. Super cool. This could sit right next to it. Be awesome. Well, have a good night, guys. I'll see you all tomorrow. And have a blessed day. Look forward to seeing you.